Alright, so Stelly's getting significantly injured there, so I'm going to send Ferry in to help. Pomeroy can just sit on the shields, I guess, at this point. Okay, Stelly's really hurt now, so I'm going to send Stelly out to go and heal up. Ferry needs to get out of there as well, because that's an oxygen-deprived room at the moment, so they weren't able to breathe in there at all, which is why they were dying. Okay, Ferry's now back to life, so that's good. Stelly is as well. I'm still good, and Pomeroy's okay, and we've got a bit of moolah to spend now. So it might be worth doing our weapons upgrade, possibly. Or maybe we should do a shield upgrade just to stay ahead, because we've seen a few people now that have had 2 shield bars like we do. We don't want to start to get behind. Although you know what? I might do this sensors upgrade so we can see inside the enemy ships. That can often help when you're targeting systems to make sure you can get as many crew members as possible, and you can see sort of what they're up to, and if they're healing or how many people they've got repairing each system, that kind of thing. That gives us 50. So we do need an extra bar in that requires 75, but I've already spent more than that, so but we're going to need one more of these, so maybe I'll do that now. That might be a good idea. I already spent 40 on, yeah, maybe I'll, hang on, let's see if there's any shops. No, there isn't. Okay, well that's good. So let's do that, we'll get that 40, and that way we'll be a little bit closer to where we want to be for the third shield, because we need 2 bars here to get a third shield, but we also need some power, so. Alright, now they're getting a little bit closer, but we'll go up here, I think. We should be right to do that. There's nothing here but space debris and some uninhabitable planetoids. Okay, well that was a waste of fuel then, I suppose. Let's go... let's go here, see what this little one's got. A ship, we might get some fuel out of him. Greeted by a rare sight, a mantis ship that appears not to have noticed you. Well, he doesn't have missiles, so he's probably not that dangerous to us. He's only got 1 shield. Let's just attack him. Now you can see we can actually see inside the ship, so there's only 1 mantis guy on there, so if they teleport him over, then they'll only have this other guy who looks like an AG, who we haven't seen on this video yet. But they're another race. They're like a mechanoid type race. So let's see what he does. Oh, he's got no teleport. Okay, well, even easier. So we might even not need our missiles for this. Let's just use our burst laser and take his... we'll take his shield offline, and then we'll hit his pike beam. We'll hit him with our pike beam right across the middle there, like that. Take out all 4 major systems, apart from the shields. That sounds like a good idea. Well, I assume it sounds like a good idea. It does to me. You can tell me in the comments if it doesn't. Oh no! I didn't get anywhere. Okay, so burst laser, shields, and then I'll try and pike beam over again. I guess I missed or something. Oh, hang on. I see what's happened. I see what's happened. So, what's happened is, burst laser's fired, and then by the time the pike beam's ready to fire, his shields come back online. So what I need to do is fire them at the same time. Like that. Now that it's offline, now I'll shoot my pike beam. Sometimes there's a bit of timing involved in this, you see. So you sort of line them all up and then go for it. Now we'll see where he goes. He's going to the weapons, so let's aim at the weapons. We might be able to actually damage him. No, well we didn't get him, but we destroyed the ship, so that's just as good. 3 fuel, that's what we want, because we don't have a lot of that. 1 drone part, which we're getting a small collection of. 27 scrap, perfect. Because we can use that scrap to... well, not to get our extra shield bar, but we can use it to upgrade our reactor a little bit, because we're going to need 2 extra bars when we do get that extra shield bar. So that'll give us 1. So we've got a little spare one there. And then when we get another one of these, we can get another one of those. And then we can put them all in. And if that makes sense to anyone, then that's excellent. Because I'm not sure it did to me. So we can go to either here or there. Let's go to the bottom one. Okay, you find a rebel automated scout floating near this beacon. Despite its pristine condition, it appears to be deactivated. Attempt to download the ship's data stores. Don't risk activating it and just strip the ship for any useful scrap. So we can either get 22 scrap or what's in the mystery box, pretty much. I might go for the mystery box because that sounds interesting. Ah, we got a fight. So hopefully we get more than 22 scrap out of this. Now you can see he kind of went translucent colour here. He's activated a cloaking device, which is this little eye, blue eye thing. It will flash blue because it has a cooldown before you can use it again. And it depends on how much you've got it upgraded. So if we have one on our ship, if we've upgraded it how many X bars, that's how long the cooldown is, I think. Pretty sure that's how it works. Oh, or the reverse actually. So the higher, the more bars you've upgraded it, the less the cooldown is. I think that's how it works, something like that. And the longer you can actually stay cloaked. So if you've got weapons that require a long time to charge up, then it helps to have a upgraded version of the cloaking device. Okay, so he's only got an ion gun and a little beam gun, so I think we're pretty good with our 2 shields. So we might just not use the missiles, we might just save them. We'll use our burst laser, and we'll hit his... he's got no shields, but we might take out his cloaking, because that's probably going to be more annoying. It's going to be harder for us to hit him if he keeps going to cloak. Okay, well now that it's damaged, we can probably get our pike beam and just go right through those 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. There we go. Very nice. Next thing to come online will be the burst laser out of the 2, so let's just hit his... I don't know, probably his engines. He's only got 1 weapon and it can't really penetrate our shields, so... there we go. Excellent. Oh, 30 scrap, even better than 22. So it was actually worth it anyway. 1 fuel, 2 missiles, and 30 scrap. Now, before we go anywhere, let's... because the next beacon will be the exit, so let's just see... because we can get our other reactor bar now. Which I think is a good idea, let's do that. Because we're going to need it. And let's go to the exit. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. So same message we get every exit beacon, but we get a new random. You see a civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some from you if you have extra. Well, you know what? We have loads of drone parts and we have no drone system, so we might be much better off to sell them. We can't sell all of them, but let's sell 12 of them for 48 scrap. That's an excellent idea. And with 65 scrap, we can actually get our third shield bar because it costs 60. That's excellent. So let's do that. Now, you can see we've got our 2 reactor bars here. We can just click on the shield thing, and that powers it up a little bit extra. Then we've got our 3 shield bars, and it looks even bluer than it did before. And the bluer it is, the stronger it is. So that's how shields work, didn't you know? Okay, jump. Next sector. Now we haven't really seen Nebula yet, have we? So that might be a good idea. I don't really like Nebula myself, but it might be interesting for the video, so I'll show you guys that. Pirate controlled sector is the other alternative in this set of choices, but that's probably less interesting. So let's go have a look at the Slug Home Nebula. So it's basically a big cloud. That's the first thing you notice about it. You're told the Slug Home world is somewhere in this nebula. You can't see them, but you know they're watching. Okay, this danger thing says you're inside of a nebula, your sensors will not function, but the rebel fleet will advance more slowly towards you. So their sphere of influence won't move as quick, which is good in that regard. But this, what they're talking about with the sensors is this thing here. It's one of our subsystems. It's the thing that lets us see inside all the rooms. That's why it's a camera. It's a little camera. It shows what's going on in all the rooms. We're not going to be able to see fires. We're not going to be able to see breaches. We are going to know when systems are offline, so they will still go orange and red. We won't be able to see intruders. Things like that are going to be a problem. So it's basically it's going to pay to have like patrols, I guess, every now and again. If there is a problem, if we know our oxygen's going down but we don't know why, it's going to pay to send guys out into the other rooms just to check them out every so often. The other thing with it is we're not going to be able to see inside the enemy ships, so the sensors upgrade we made is basically, at this point, it's wasted money until we get out of the nebula. And yeah, that's probably about it for the sensors issue. There's other dangers in the nebula as well, but that's probably the main one at this point. We'll see other ones. Let's go. So let's jump. That's what it looks like on the map. It's a big ugly mass. You begin to hate nebulas after a while. So let's go over. I don't really want to hang around too much in the nebula, so let's just go through the middle as much as we can. We'll do the least number of jumps possible. The slug vessel you encounter here has obviously made a big score and is looking to test out its new armaments. Lovely. They picked the wrong ship to attack, that's for sure. Okay, I'm glad I upgraded my 3 shields now, because he's got 2 and I've got more. It's always good to have more. He looks like he's only got 2 weapons. One looks like an ion gun, and one looks like one of those small beam weapons that the other ship had earlier, so probably not too bad off. Yeah, that's what they are. Okay, now you can see we can't actually see inside their ship. That's our sensors issue. So the only ships we can see in are ships where we have people. So this is where it pays to have lots of people. If you can hire heaps of crew people and stick them in the spare rooms, it's quite handy. Or if you've got drones, like system repair drones and things like that, then you can see inside those rooms. Alright, let's take out some of his shields. We might have to use some missiles or something for that, so I'll take the pike beam offline for the moment while we do this. So we'll go shields, and we might bomb his bridge, because I'm not really too worried about the energy weapons. They can't get through our shields. We've got 3, so. And then once his shields are done with, we Actually, he's got 2 shields. Let's bomb. We'll bomb his shields as well. We'll put both. Let's really get rid of that shield. And then once that's happened, we'll worry about burst lasering and pipe beaming. So I won't even target with the energy weapons yet. Okay, you can see the slug guy in there trying to repair after the missile hit. Let's target that room. Let's see if we can keep it damaged, if possible. I might take the bomb offline, and we'll power the pipe beam now. Oh, also, the ion gun that he's fired, you can see what it's done here. It's damaged, well, disabled part of the shields, half of the shields here. So it's taken us down to 1 and a bit, well, 1 basically. Because you need 2 to get an extra bar. So when the ion duration runs out, which is what that number there is, then we'll get that back. So briefly we end up with less shields, which is the danger of ion weapons. Thankfully it's not a permanent issue, but it means that other weapons can get through while you've got low shields like that. Okay. So no shields, so let's burst laser his bridge, I guess, and pipe beam engine to. Can we get 4 rooms though? 1, 2, 3. We might get 4 rooms though. Let's see what happens. Oh, nasty. Okay, see, he disabled our shields enough that we didn't even have 1. He's got us down to 1 bar, which isn't even enough for 1 shield, because you need 2. Because of that, his little beam weapon here, as small as it is, managed to get through and damage our weapon system. And because our weapon system is damaged, two reactor bars worth, we can only power 3, which takes our pipe beam offline again. So we have to, in order to target it again, because it's no longer targeted or even powered, we have to actually take some of the stuff offline. I'm not using the Artemis missiles, so let's take that offline. That gives us 2. Power the pipe beam. There we go. That's better. And then we'll try and target this as close to what we had before as possible. There we go. And then it'll have to charge up again, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. You have bested us. Will you accept what is in our stores in exchange for our lives? Well, I don't trust these slugs, because they didn't actually tell us what's in their stores. I'm thinking probably it's nothing. So, I'm gonna not accept surrender, I think. Because usually they tell you what it is, and I'm thinking there's probably nothing there. We will not accept surrender. Or, you know, what it'll be a bomb or something, it'll damage us. Tricky, nasty people. Oh, okay, see, he's ion cannoned the bridge. So I can't pilot the ship anymore, which means our evasion has gone to 0 and our engines are cut off. They've just disabled, so regardless of Stelly's amazing engine capabilities, which is actually coming along quite nicely, we can't go anywhere. We're dead in the water at this point. Our shields have been hit again. No, they're back online now. Every time it hits a full 1. Oh, there we go. So the pipe beam did the damage. Yeah, I'm happy with just destroying it because we've got plenty of stuff there. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 3 fuel, 1 drone part, and 44 scrap. Beautiful.